everyone, it's Sienna. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am feeling kind of cute, in the mood for the holidays, and my birthday is also coming up in December. For those of you that didn't know, there is a such thing as a Korean age and an international age, and Korea is the only country to follow these following rules with the aging system. So Korea has a very different aging system than those in other European or American or other countries. And today I wanted to make this video because it is announced that starting from next year, Korea is going to completely get rid of the Korean age, which means that everyone in Korea is going to be a year or two younger. I've always had such a difficult time with my Korean age because it is one of the very first things that people ask you when you first meet them. But being a December baby, it is so hard for me to calculate how old I am. And I'm going to explain why. Korea has an aging system where when you are firstborn, you are automatically 1 year old. So for those in other countries, you don't really count the months or the year that you were in your mom's belly. But Korea, we count those 9 months as 1 year. So when you're born, you're immediately 1 year. And it is because back then, our ancestors, they really emphasized the importance of life in a woman's stomach. So when you're first born, you're 1 year old, and then everyone turns another year old, not on their actual birthday, but the new year. So everyone in Korea collectively gets 1 year older on the first of the new year. And in celebrating so, we always eat this dish called 떡국, and it's like a rice cake broth dish. And we eat that as we all gain a year older, and it's a way of celebrating another life. Now that you guys have an idea of how the Korean aging system works, I'm going to explain that it's not as easy as, okay, if I'm 20 in America, I'm going to be 21 in Korea. It's not exactly like that. So I say that I always had a hard time calculating my Korean age because, believe it or not, I have 2 different birthdays, and there are a lot of Koreans that you'll come across that have 2 different birthdays, especially if they're a December baby. Because for me, I was born on December 31st, which is the very last day of the year. And that might be a pretty cool birthday. And I remember when I was living abroad, I used to tell people my birthday is on December 31st, and people would be very surprised. And they were like, wow, that's such an easy birthday to remember. And I like celebrating my birthday on the 31st of every year. However, when I came to Korea, I realized that I'm actually going to be 2 years older than I would have been if I was in the States or wherever else. So if I was 21 in Canada, I would have been 23 in Korea. And I hated telling people that I was 2 years older than my usual age, even though that is completely natural in Korea. So what happens, especially to people that were born on the 31st of December, is that when I was born, I was automatically a year old. A year old when I was 1 day into this earth. And then since on New Year's, everyone gains another year older, I turned 2 years old a day after I was born. So immediately I turned 2, just like that. So my parents actually thought that was unfair, and they have a different birthday for me that I celebrate in Korea. So instead of, I'm a 98 baby, 1998, December 31st, but in Korea I go by 1999, January 3rd. That's how the aging system works. Now, it is really important in Korea to ask each other about your age and what year you were born. For me, I remember constantly being confused because I didn't know whether to go by 98 or 99, especially when I was growing up. And so whenever people ask me, I used to just tell them the birthday year and let them figure it out. But the Korean age system is very important because age is so important in our Korean culture. So for example, it's like when you first meet people, especially at work, you always ask them how old they are so that you kind of know what to refer them to. Of course, we can call them by their name and say like Minji 씨 or Minji 님, which is like an honorific word. However, when you get a little bit closer, you want to figure out if that person's younger than me, if I call them 언니, if I call them like 동생, which are all different terminologies to refer to someone depending on their age. So you wouldn't necessarily call your 언니 that you're really close to, your friend. Because friend means 친구 in Korea, but you wouldn't be like, oh, that's my 친구. You would still call them 언니 even if they are really close to you. So age is a really, really big deal in Korea, which made it even more difficult for the December babies because they were like stuck right in the middle of 1998, 1999, or the 2 different years. Korea is completely getting rid of the Korean age number system, which means that everyone in Korea is going to be a year or 2 years younger than they were now. I really like that because I was dreading turning 28. You can still refer to yourself as I'm still in my 20s and you're 28. But that means when I'm 28 and I come to Korea and I talk to Korean people, I would have to say I'm 30. And I didn't want myself to get into that situation because I knew that I would dread it. So I'm really glad that this is happening, and basically it's like a lot more less confusing because I do know that Korea is the only country where we go by this aging system. So now everywhere we go, we can still remain the same age. So yeah, so I'm going to be celebrating my birthday on December, and I am excited that I don't have to worry about turning 2 years older. But I'm excited to also know your opinion about this Korean age numbering system. What do you guys think of it? Do you think it's just really confusing and you're also glad that they're getting rid of it? Because even for foreigners too, when you come, you always gotta think about your Korean age and your international age. I'd love to know below, and I hope you guys found this video very useful. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and don't forget to leave a like and follow me on my social media if you are interested and you want to know more about me. My Instagram is @siennahong and my TikTok is sienna.hong. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!